Hey guys, last time we left y'all on red. Now we're back. Let's just jump right into it. Keedah was just about to tell us how she found out she was being cheated on Instagram.
All right, so last time we was talking about cheating and what was the craziest way you found out. And for me, it's always Instagram. Like social media is
Your
that's
downfall.
just it is a down. I feel like it could be a downfall in relationships
It's a
because
gift
every
and a
time I
curse.
found out it was. But the worst one, Yas told me. My private investigator.
I don't even be looking for stuff.
Yes.
I'll be on Instagram. Again, God, scroll through Instagram. I'm scrolling.
Yo, wait. Story
Oh,
time.
my
Wait.
God.
When we was younger, wait. Isabella, Yas come like, T, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. Why? What's up? She was like, I can't even say these two people's name. I'm gonna say Paula.
Tanya, you could have picked a better name than Paula.
Paula
you
came
had
in my
somebody
mind.
think you talk about somebody's grandmother.
What you want me to
Paula?
call it? Stacy. That's
Stacey.
better.
All right.
Stacy.
Okay.
All right,
She
we
was
Google it,
like,
Stacey.
my friend knows Stacy, and she's supposed to be talking to your boo. I said, who? She's like, yeah, I just wanted to be the first one to tell you. I was like,
One thing about it, baby,
One
she
thing
want to be the
about
first
it,
one to
too,
tell you.
It's not even necessarily.
She always wanna be the
I wanna
first
be
one.
the first one. I just don't want y'all to be nowhere and another woman feel like they got one up on y'all.
That's
so
true.
if I know, I'ma tell you because where we're from is really small. So I don't want you to ever be somewhere and somebody be like, oh, I'm messing with her man or I'm this, I'm that, and it's like.
Yeah.
No, if
That's
I
true.
know, you know, and it's just something in me, and it's like half the time I don't even want to tell y'all half the stuff I tell y'all.
I think one thing we know that it comes from a good place.
Right,
You
I'm
know,
not
some
telling
people
you
had
the
those
message.
friends.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, girl, let me tell you that. It really hurts me to have to
But
tell
some
y'all
people had
something
those
that I
friends
know is
who
going to hurt
love
y'all.
carrying the bone. Like they love to come and say, "Bitch, guess what?" That,
Right,
it's always
right.
Drama.
messy.
It's
but
always
we
drama.
know that when you come to us, like
it's true.
it's true.
And it's so crazy. I'm always the one. It's
Yes. Yes.
It really hurt me to have to tell y'all some stuff that I know is going to hurt y'all. So I play with it. But the bigger picture for me is I never want y'all to look stupid. I never want somebody to feel like they got one up on y'all or y'all on the outside looking. No, baby. We all in this together. I
Right.
see
We all
you.
looking
We
at it. We
see
all
each
looking
other.
at it.
Right.
Yes.
So it's like, no, if I'm going to tell it. So if you don't want me to tell them, don't let me find out. Do what you got to do.
I'll
a little
drink
bit
to that.
further. Period.
Because she gonna tell it, baby.
I'm going to tell it.
She definitely gonna tell it.
So how she told you?
She told me I was at work. She sent me a picture. This man was standing at the altar.
Whoa.
Yes, baby. He got.
Very cliche.
It was.
I said,
Wait, was y'all together or was that just sneaker link?
No, he wasn't my sneak link, and he moved. So we were like, we had a situation. Like we were together.
Situationships are very valid.
But the situationship was if you start dealing with somebody or you're in a relationship with somebody, it needs to be known. So it was that type of thing. Like it wasn't like we were like, okay, we're like super exclusive, but
You was other.
we both was others. He
Right.
was the other, but it was like, all right,
It's
if
good
you're
when you other
if
together,
you're dealing with
right.
somebody else, if you take somebody serious, you talking to somebody consistently. I didn't feel the need to say if you feel like you want to get married to somebody, because that should just be a given.
Right.
It should be anything. It never was none of that. So in my mind, I'm thinking just like he thought I wasn't dealing with nobody else at the time, he really wasn't dealing with nobody else like that at the time.
So is it technically did he cheat on you?
That is a good question. I would say I don't think
say
he
it was
cheated.
cheating.
He didn't. I
It was
wouldn't
very
say it was
misleading.
cheating. It was very misleading.
Very
Okay.
misleading.
Right.
That is
so,
better.
Right. It didn't happen when we were exclusive. So if I had to change it, it wasn't really like cheating in the technical sense, but it was very deceiving. It was very misleading.
So spill the tea, baby. Spill the
Because
tea.
Before you spill the tea, it was very cliche. I call her like, are you sitting down? Because it really hurt me to tell them some shit that I know is about to hurt them. Like,
Right.
I'm like, okay, I don't know how to say this, but don't go on Instagram. Just check your messages.
Right.
Because I wanted to be the first one to tell, because that's some fucked up shit that you ought to find out something like that. And me being on the inside looking out, like I know their relationship. So it was messed up. I felt like if you would have just been scrolling and you saw it on Instagram. So I'm like, yo, just take a look at your phone
But the thing was,
or whatever.
I would not have understood because he had, right before he got married, he just left my house.
Which
so
I knew.
it wasn't
Which
a
I
thing
knew,
like,
so I was like,
okay,
Oh, he definitely was a cheater.
And then I don't know if I was a cheater though.
You was a Cheeto.
I had to be a Cheeto because I didn't know. I really didn't know. And then
Cheetos don't know, so you was a Cheeto. You didn't know.
But because cheaties do know. They do
in
know.
our situation and our understanding, so it wasn't like it was a unspoken understanding. Like we had this verbal understanding that if you decide to deal with anybody, decide to be in a relationship with anybody, you need to let that be known. And he did not. It was
so now do you add that to your list?
Absolutely.
If you getting married, let me know.
Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a wife? Do you have a wife you live with? Do you have to run it down because if you don't.
So I have a question. So nowadays, do you have to say, "Do you want to be my girl?" But you doing all the acts like we're together.
Let it be known.
Like
I need you to ask me.
I
yes,
feel
no,
like,
or maybe so.
Let me tell you something. My father told me a long time ago, if that man don't tell you belong to him, you don't belong to him.
Absolutely.
Because when shit hit the fan, the first thing he gonna say is what? You
together.
wasn't my girl. We not together. So if you don't tell me we together, like yes, we can be in an act, but how many times people been in relationships or situations where it's like we do everything together. We could sleep together every night, but when some shit pop off, it's like, but we wasn't even together. Like, nah. So if you don't tell me,
you gotta slide me a note. Do you want to be my girlfriend?
Right.
Yes, no,
I don't think they do that now because they created the sneaker link or the situationship or something like that.
When you got your relationship, it was just presumed that y'all was together?
No, it was definitely
he
asked. Yeah.
Okay.
And I just wasn't ready at the time when he asked, so I put it on
you
pause.
Curved him?
No,
don't do that to my cousin.
You curved him.
We not doing that to my cousin.
You said I like you, but not like that.
No, I did not say that. I was just like, I like the pace where we was at. I just wanted to take it slow.
Right.
But eventually, I wound up asking him.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I never did that.
I never did spin a block, baby. He wasn't about to spin a block.
So is that equivalent to him proposing and you saying no and then you turn around and propose? Because me being me, no, you wasn't ready then. I'm not ready now. We gotta figure it out when we ready together.
Patty LaBelle. We not. No, that's a different situation. Now he gave me a ring. I'm taking that ring.
No, I feel like that's just like saying if I tell you I love you, you gotta tell me back.
Yes,
it's like you can't tell me if you're not ready or you don't feel like. Don't say it to me just because I said it to you.
What if when you come back, I'm no longer ready?
What would happen if you love me then? Why you stop loving me now?
It's not
still
about
doing
love.
the same thing.
I feel like it's not
pride.
about love.
You put your pride in it.
It's not even pride. It's like, we're clearly not on the same page. I thought we were here, but by you telling me, now I'm reevaluating the situation. Maybe I was looking at things differently. Maybe I was looking at things another way. So now you're giving me time, I don't mind, to think and reevaluate our situation.
I feel like though, if that's expressed, like, you know what, I'm trying to be cautious because it's a reason you're trying to be cautious. I'm not just trying to be cautious to set you to the side. It's just that I don't want to mess this up. Like I don't want to rush into something and then it's gonna be like we're gonna mess it up. So I would rather for somebody to say, you know what, if this is the pace, that is fine. As long as you're not telling me you want to distance yourself from me, then I can accept that. But you don't have to be ready. When it comes to proposals though, like,
baby, I'm ready. I'm ready.
So you just ready for a ring then?
I just feel like if you tell that man no, the relationship is over.
Because again, here's the thing. Because clearly y'all are not on the same page. If somebody gets to the point where everybody needs to propose to you, and you say now I have to reevaluate. It's the same thing in a relationship.
Saying you want to be my girl, you want to be my wife. It's two different things.
You asking me to be your wife, and I tell you it is levels, and that's the point. That's why it's not the same thing. Because just because you ask me to be in a relationship and I say no, let's take our time. That's fine. If you ask me to be your wife, it's like you see a life with me, right? So if I tell you I don't want to in that moment, you do need to reevaluate and either leave her ass alone because she's not ready for that next level. So it's different because one is like we're meshing our whole lives together. This is like us together. A relationship is like
a relationship start to create that mess that you're getting to.
Yes, but at the same, but the proposal marriage that's something outside of that's something
bigger. Do you want to be my girl?
That's the Super Bowl of relationships. That's the Super Bowl of relationships. How you gonna get there if you don't start?
Everybody have a timing for things. Like
absolutely.
You're ready don't necessarily mean I'm ready.
Right. So why is it okay for you to not be okay to be his girlfriend, but if and y'all can continue, but if you say, I don't want to be your wife, then that's...
I didn't say that.
That's exactly what you just said.
Like, no, let me clarify because I don't want to give the wrong impression.
I slowed down the process when he asked. Why go into something with... I know my heart was broken. I'm not all the way there.
Absolutely.
Hurt people. So I wanted time to evaluate myself to before I opened that door. Yes. So I proceeded slowly. I didn't want to rush. Yes, it was a good thing that came to me, but I wanted to cherish every moment before, like, okay, this is it.
And you wanted to know, like, you want to know that you're doing it from a good place, not from
even
a hurt place.
I knew, I just was like, I'm scared. Like, I'm scared. Yeah. But
so you
I knew that was my forever. Yes, a nice one too.
You did. You put it in the car or like a little.
You give me no. Did you put the check boxes? She probably sprayed a little perfume.
I didn't do all that, but I did write in the card.
You did.
You got a gift with it.
What kind
I would have made you wait. I'm sorry. You're not about to keep telling me no.
She only told him no one time.
Yeah, you gonna wait. I'm not gonna answer right now.
You would have put maybe at the bottom.
Let me think about it. Let me reevaluate it.
See, that's the problem.
Let me check my inner self and see if that's what I still want to do. Since we thinking, I gotta think too.
Yes,
to each his own.
Which is okay,
that is true. To each his own. But I feel
you
like
definitely need time to get yourself together. Before
but when you talk about marriage and proposals, that's like some other.
That's top tier. That's like checkmate.
Yes. Like that's different. Relationships, yes, it sets the foundation.
See, only thing is different for me because maybe it's the way I view marriage.
Right.
It's the way I view marriage. For me, marriage isn't the end all be all for me because I've been in a long-term relationship and I don't feel like marriage is our end goal. I feel like our bond is tighter than most married people. So I would stay a girlfriend and have that bond with my man than to be a wife and to have.
But why do people say it like that though?
As soon as we get married, it's in most situations.
But that is the problem though. I feel like that's the problem because people make it change. Marriage for me can be a smooth transition. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I don't think nothing should change.
Like, okay, now we're married, so now this changed, that changed.
But some people expectations change. That's where the problem comes true. You're my wife now. Oh, you're my husband. You're my wife. You supposed to condemn. Oh, you're my husband. You supposed to be in the house at a certain time.
That's why you have to have the premarital conversations because if you think that once I say I do, I'm about to be a whole different person, then that's a problem. Like
nothing should change.
Nothing should change. It should be the only thing that should change is my last name. Our finances, our insurance policies, all of that stuff should change. But nothing else should change. Like, you should not put a whole, this big super expectation of me that you already didn't have before you asked me to be your wife. If you knew that you wanted me to be your wife, you should have, you should know that, okay, well, Keedah cook or she can't cook or Keedah, you should know that. Like, I'm not about to be this magic fucking housekeeper or this housewoman because, like,
Keedah should be cooking for her husband. Yes, she should.
Yeah, that is true. No, I'm cooking for my husband, baby. I'm doing anything for my husband.
I honestly feel like that's just the only reason why I kind of disagree a little bit because I genuinely don't feel like marriage is the end all be all.
But I feel like marriage is, I think that's what it all boils down to. People viewpoint of marriage. Right. Because nowadays it's hard to view marriage as like something solid.
Especially when we don't have a lot of good examples. I feel like
because people, I mean, even back then they was arranged marriages, but now it's like the foundation of marriage is not the same.
Charlie is just a man
because he.
So it was excuses for your husband back then. I'm not making no excuses.
That is true. It was excuses because the man found the woman. He took care of her. She really wasn't doing much but handling the house.
And now you have women for 35,
we have our own everything. So it's like you have to have something. You can't just feel like your expectation of me is just this, and I can't have the expectation of you.
That's true.
So
that's true.
I don't know. I feel like we don't have good examples of marriage.
No.
Like,
I feel like some cultures, women, the little girls are groomed to be wives.
Absolutely. We wasn't groomed to be wives, though.
Absolutely.
As black women, that is true. We were not groomed to be wives.
I wasn't raised by a wife. Maybe that's probably why.
I feel like that adds to it too because
single,
not for nothing,
woman.
a lot of us as black, coming from black families, were raised by single mothers, and your single mother is teaching you don't need a man. You need to do everything on your own. When in reality, if you want to be in a relationship, especially a marriage, you do need to have some type of dependence on that person.
Especially a marriage? marriage, but marriage is a relationship.
No, because a relationship is like, once we become married, we need to depend on each other. I feel
that same way in my relationship. I feel I need you to be right here with me the whole exact time. I don't see a difference. That's what I'm trying. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't see a difference. I need you the same way that I need you as my husband, that I do as my boyfriend. I don't see it's no difference for me. I need you to be the same way I'm gonna look for you in my husband. I need to see that in my man before I even want you to be my husband.
That is
so
true.
For me, you are okay in that. Things supposed to change when you say stuff like, once you're my husband.
Yes.
No,
because that expectation for me is different, because in a relationship, if that person wake up and say, I don't want to do this no more, that's fine. It's no legal aspect to it. It's we probably don't have nothing tied together, because 9 times out of 10 people in relationships, they don't have money together. He might pay the bills, but you ain't got no bank account together. Y'all ain't got no house or no deeds together. Y'all don't have nothing together. Like not you, but a lot of people don't have nothing together. Once we step into that marriage, like, it is us. Even on your taxes, it's us.
Yeah. No, I know a lot of married people that file single.
But what I'm saying,
but they can't file together.
But what I'm saying is that it's easier to walk away in a relationship than when you're walking away in a marriage, because you have more invested in a marriage. So that's why I separate the two.
As for me, I want that same investment.
I'm not putting that same investment in a relationship. I'm not doing it.
I'm not saying to your boyfriend of 1 year, 2 years. Like, I'm saying, like, if y'all have that long-term commitment, because it's a commitment that you have to each other. I don't want a commitment to a marriage or a ring or something. I want that commitment to be between us. So when it no longer serves you and it no longer serves me, I have the ability to do what I want to do and nobody can tell me nothing, and you have that same ability. But my expectation for my relationship is the same. My standards are very high. The same way what I want from my husband is the exact same thing I want from my man. I don't see the difference for me.
No, I get it when you say it like that.
I want you to change. You want to be my husband.
I get it from that aspect, because y'all knew each other since y'all was younger. Y'all have over 20-something years in. I'm not investing that type of time.
I have the same expectation for the next person.
I'm not investing that type of time into somebody, and I'm not getting nothing out of it. And it sounds crazy.
What are you getting out of it?
Because we're going to have us together. I want my life to be a unit. I don't want to be in a situation where somebody can wake up and say, that's it for me and I'm done.
So they can't do that.
No, they can't do that. No, what I'm saying is they can do that in a marriage, but if you do that in a marriage, like, legally, I have rights. Yes, because
so you want the paperwork aspect of it.
I want all of it.
See,
you want the alimony. I want all of it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I personally believe in marriage. So, on a spiritual sense, on a financial sense, on a contract sense, on a love sense, I believe in marriage in all aspects. So, when people say marriage is just a piece of paper, it absolutely is. It's a contract. It absolutely is. But it has spiritual aspects to it. It has love aspects to it. But I want everything. Like, I want to invest everything into it. Like, you not about to just sit up there and be in a relationship. I'm building this house with you. I'm building this with you, and you wake up today and say, I don't want this shit, and then you just go in a relationship. Like, no, and then I'm sitting. No, I want everything. I want it all.
She want the smoke. She starts sweating.
Yes, I'm hot, girl. Yes, I'm hot.
Okay, note to self. Keedah want to get married for her next man out there with my kid.
No.
She want to get married.
Keedah is gonna get married. Keedah is gonna get married.
Absolutely, and I'm gonna be right there with her, like, girl, you don't need that paper.
Yes. Keedah is gonna get married.
If that's what works for you, then ask 100% ask. But for me, I don't feel like I need that paper. Am I totally against marriage? Absolutely not. Is that my end all be all for me? Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. However, I want to continue to grow to see where it take us. If it take us down the aisle, okay. If it take us back home, okay.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm with it. But the expectation is the same, whether you my man or my husband. I'm not changing.
Yeah.
So we're going to cheers to she not changing.
At all.
And Keedah getting married.
Yes.
And Tanya going to make up her mind
but
on the first time.
But I'm with Tanya on that one. You got to take your time. Like, we going to take our time to that part. We going to take our time down the aisle.
For real.
I'm not rushing.
Well, I must be walking backwards.
You are.
we taking a long time.
You and your guy.
We taking a long. Hey, look, the conversation I had between me and my guy, he said, "You good?
Long as you know, that's all that matters. It don't matter what nobody else think, because that's your household.
Period.
That is true. And I feel like you have to do in relationships. You have to do what works for you.
Yes,
what works for you.
That outside noise don't make no.
That's true. You
got to continue to build on your foundation. If y'all sticking together this long, makes y'all happy and works, by all means. If you want to be in that relationship and like, no, we not doing 20 plus years unless I'm getting married, then by all means.
I'm about to be 38.
Oh, you
ain't no way in the world I'm about to do 20 something years. I'm not
saying now.
Oh.
Because you gonna have granny panties on and
and he better love me the same.
Well, yours is different.
Yours is different. He been watching you with your little training bras on. So y'all can transition. That sound a little
pedophileish. We the same age, y'all. I was in the 6th grade with 36 WDs. I ain't never had a training bra. So let's clean that up. It wasn't Victoria's Secret though, but
Kmart,
Rainbow.
Oh,
probably.
I'm about to say Rainbow.
At that time, yeah.
Downtown.
At that time, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't go downtown as a kid.
It was Irvington Center. Because I could walk there.
I was about to say, because you go up the street.
But yeah, no. But
I don't know.
I mean, we shall see.
We shall see.
Next month, I'm like, girl, I'm getting married.
I'm about to say.
Everybody invited.
Yes.
I'll be a guest. There's too many on both sides. I'll be a guest.
Yeah.
Guess me, please.
It's going to be me, him, and Elvis.
Oh.
That's it.
I'll be there too.
Elope me.
That's the safe way.
It is. It's cheap too.
It is cheaper. It's way cheaper.
So, with that being said, what are your icks in your relationship?
My icks are my icks are petty. Even though, let me tell y'all how I just found out what an ick is. An ick is a pet peeve, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who told you though?
Tanya told me that an ick.
Who told you, Tanya?
Yeah. First of all, I was like, what the hell? What is an ick? I'm like, ick what?
Shout out to TikTok. I saw that TikTok.
But mine they're petty stuff. Like, I don't like wet showers. Like, my icks is like wet like, I want to either get in the shower first or it has to dry up and then I get in the shower.
See, I don't have a problem with the shower. It's that rug that you step on that's wet and you dry your feet.
Yes, I don't like that. Mine's just like real petty stuff.
But I think an ick is petty stuff. Like, it is petty things.
It's like, I don't like snoring, real loud snoring. Like,
so
I don't
what if
like
your husband snore like a bear?
He got to get a different room or something.
See, you come with a lie.
You want too.
You cannot.
You want ride or die, but you can't deal with snoring.
I do too much stuff in my life to not get enough sleep. I'm sorry.
So
like,
maybe you should go sleep on the couch.
No, I'm asleep. I can't sleep.
Get some earplugs.
Don't get me wrong.
If you love him like that paper say you should, you'll get you some earplugs.
That is true, yes.
He can also get another room, and we still love each other from a different room. Because, I can't sleep.
Where do it say that a husband and wife got to sleep?
That's going to be in my contract.
Oh,
wait, so she got a contract
as she go. Okay, that's
but
okay.
like I gotta sleep. I don't like real loud snoring.
I think I got a lot of icks.
I have a bunch. Like, I have a bunch.
I don't like setting dishes in the sink overnight, and I damn sure I don't care. I don't like a dirty sink at night.
Did you wash your dish?
I'm just saying.
Did you put them dishes in there?
Right.
I'm just saying. For the most part, I would try to wash them. And if I come in the house, I do not like saying garbage. A cup on the table. I
don't like that either.
It's just,
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think my other ick is like, I don't like how do you explain it? Like, you know how like when y'all like having sex and a man is super sweaty? Like damp sweaty.
Don't sweat
it feel like
me.
it's raining.
Yes.
Don't sweat on me.
I don't like a lot of sweat on me. I don't like a lot. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we're going to be hot because we're doing what we do. But that drenchy, like, I don't like people wet.
Don't sweat on me.
Like, I have a thing with textures. Like, I don't like that.
Well, my man perfect. He do everything the way I like it.
Bitch, bye.
He should for 20 plus years.
I don't know. I think we kind of like coexist. We work around each other. So I'm trying to think what's something that I'd be like, he cooked better more than me.
He definitely cooked more and better.
More than me.
So you the ick.
I'm the
ick. You are the ick. Yes.
Maybe that's a question for him because I'm good. I'm the ick at this point.
If you had to be, who's the ick in your relationship? You. She's definitely the ick.
She's definitely the ick.
Yes.
Excuse me?
Yeah, nah. I already know. You gotta be. You was an ick in my life at one point in time, so I know.
I feel like I don't know. I could be because I come with too many different sides. Like one minute I'm cool, next minute like
very wish-washy.
Why does this? Why you doing that?
Geminis are never satisfied. You can't do nothing to please a Gemini. Sorry, Geminis, but y'all just
not all of us.
Most of y'all, you cannot do nothing. They'll always find a way that you could have done something better. You can do it. They'll thank you, but it's like, but you could have did. Like it's always a but you could have did.
Right.
I don't know if I use that line. I don't know.
In your brain, you do. I just cannot. Like Geminis are never satisfied.
I guess so. Because if I see something at work, I'd be like,
that's okay, but
no.
At home,
if I see something, I'm like, no.
I can honestly say what my own ick is, and I honestly think that my man and his son feel the same way. I come in the house like, why this right here? Who put this right here? Why y'all ain't take the dishes out? Why y'all do that?
That's me sometimes.
I walk in the house just
ain't
like,
no why. You know, well, you got a why, but you should have a why who did this. It's only one person of yours.
Why it's not done?
That's my thing. Yeah, that's my thing too.
Why is it dish? Why am I walking in the house and it's dishes?
I be like,
nobody know how the dishes got there.
Real
nobody know.
You ain't see that?
That's a little condescending. No.
Real
don't do that. No.
What? Maybe you didn't see that.
That is very condescending. Don't do that.
No, I do that.
Yes. All right. Well, I don't know. As we wrap it up, Yaz is the ick.
I am the ick in my relationship. I'm
You
okay with that. He love it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I would say in relationships, since we did spin off like a lot of relationships, do you feel like your man tests you? Like, did you feel like when y'all first got together, your man tested you in the relationship?
I'll go.
I'm gonna leave you on red, girl. You can let us know later.
See y'all next time. Bye.
Another episode down.
Yay, we did it.